We all know the tragic outcome between the Flame Hashira Kyojuro Rengoku and the Upper Moon 3 demon Akaza. However, what if that day Rengoku wasn't the one that was sent to the Mugen train, but another Hashira? Would they have swiftly vanquished Akaza, turning him into demon sushi? We started off with the one and only Mist Hashira, Muichiro Tokido. Now, Muichiro may look like a walking contradiction with his petite stature, but don't let that fool you. Despite his size, he possesses sword skills that would make even the older Hashira of the Demon Slayer Corps blush. It's like finding out your grandma can outarm wrestle a bodybuilder. Utterly mind-boggling. With a single-handed victory over upper rank 5 Gyoko, Muichiro proves that he possesses the necessary tenacity to face Akaza head-on. But what sets Muichiro apart from his peers is his creation of the 7th form called Obscuring Clouds. Muichiro's petite body, despite its size, becomes an asset in his battle against Akaza. Imagine Akaza's bewilderment when he realizes that it's not the size of the sword that matters, but rather the swift strikes that accompany it. And as if that weren't enough, Muichiro's transparent world ability allows him to land a fatal blow on Akaza's weak spot. All in all, I'd say Muichiro has some very promising prospects when it comes to kicking ass, and would defeat Akaza. Next up we have Shinobu, the insect Hashira, and her unique combat style centered around poison-based attacks. Ah, the art of toxins, nature's way of saying, here, have a bad day. With her vast knowledge of various poisons, Shinobu can weave a deadly dance, striking vital points swiftly like a graceful ballet dancer. However, it's worth noting that even the most powerful poison can turn a butterfly into a dragon. While her venomous tricks certainly make her a force to be reckoned with, Akaza's immense strength would pose a significant challenge. Shinobu's ace in the hole would be her speed and agility. She could easily dart across the battlefield, making it harder for Akaza to land a solid blow. But let's be honest here, folks. He's the kind of guy who probably breaks walls just by walking into them, and regenerates at the blink of an eye. As the battle unfolds, it becomes evident that Shinobu's chances of success are pretty slim. It's like watching a mosquito trying to take down a mountain. Akaza's sheer strength and regenerative abilities would undoubtedly give Shinobu a run for her money, or in this case, a run for her life. Now we all know that Akaza is no pushover, but if our next contender Gyome, the Stone Hashira, was to step into the train, we'd be in for a thrilling battle of epic proportions. Gyome, with his bulging muscles and his stone-breathing techniques, would surely shake the very foundations of that speeding locomotive, and his weapon of choice? A spiked flail and axe could probably double as a battering ram in a pinch. Oh, the possibilities! Now, Akaza is a formidable opponent, let's not underestimate it, but Gyome with his immense physical power could probably rain down mighty blows upon Akaza like boulders from the heavens. And let's not forget about Gyome's Demon Slayer mark, that hidden well of power lurking within him. His ability to harness it, combined with his unyielding spirit, would make him almost unstoppable. Taking all this into account, the probability of Gyome emerging victorious against Akaza seems quite high. Of course, battles are unpredictable and anything can happen, but Akaza's limits would be tested like never before, as he faces a man who simply refuses to back down. Next up we have Mitsuri, the Love Hashira. At first glance, her delicate appearance might make you wonder if she took a wrong turn on her way to a tea party. But hold your teacups, my friends. Beneath that facade lies a powerhouse of physical strength and swordsmanship that would make even the most seasoned warriors envious. It's like she's telling her opponents, "You thought I was weak? Well, surprise! Her ability, aptly named Tenacity, gives her an edge, kind of like adding rocket fuel to her already impressive combat skills. Now, an upper rank 3 demon is no joke, but even a mighty demon may find himself questioning his life choices when facing Mitsuri. Her unyielding resolve fuels her fighting spirit and allows her to endure the most intense battles. You can throw whatever you want at her, but she just won't budge an inch. Considering all these factors, the probability of Mitsuri emerging victorious against Akaza is indeed mild to moderate. Her exceptional combat prowess paired with her amplified skills, courtesy of Tenacity, creates a deadly combo, but Akaza is on a completely different level than her. After watching Season 3, she faced off against Hantengu, but had trouble dealing with him. With Akaza stronger than Hantengu, the answer is pretty obvious who would win. Let's channelize our attention to the next Hashira, Obanai Iguro, who is like a sly snake on the battlefield, ready to strike his opponents with his oh-so-fashionable serpent-breathing style. With swift and relentless strikes, Obanai can overwhelm his opponents. His analytical nature and ability to identify weaknesses would be crucial when facing Akaza. However, despite Obanai's unique swordsmanship style, utilizing slithering motions, bending his sword and attacking in impossible ways, Akaza's incredible speed, resilience, and regenerative abilities would make the battle extremely challenging. The probability of Obanai triumphing over Akaza? Well, let's just say it's about as likely as finding a unicorn, riding another unicorn while juggling marshmallows. But in a world of demon slaying and superpowers, anything can happen. Maybe Obanai will pull out a secret move and catch Akaza off guard. Who knows? But if I bet in terms of strength and power, Obanai doesn't stand a chance. Next up, we have the sound Hashira Tengen no Zui, with his combat style based on sound manipulation, presenting a refreshing twist that could potentially give him the upper hand against Akaza's raw power. With an exceptional sense of hearing and razor-sharp precision, Uzui has the tools to exploit Akaza's weaknesses. With a combination of unleashing precise, devastating sonic attacks and a calculated use of sound-based distractions, Uzui could push Akaza off balance and force him into making mistakes, rattling him to the point that he'd be doing the demon equivalent of the Macarena instead of launching counterattacks. Though this would only be possible if everything went completely according to plan. The probability of Tengen defeating him would be low, especially after he barely made it out alive after fighting Gyotaro and Upper Moon 6. But hey, who doesn't love a good underdog story? With the next Hashira on the chopping block, Gyu Tomioka, we would surely witness an epic clash of titans. Initially, Gyu would undoubtedly find himself faced with a massive challenge, as Akaza's overwhelming strength would be enough to make anyone reconsider their career choices. With each swing of his blade, Gyu would examine Akaza's every move. The water Hashira, never one to back down from a fight, would gradually gain the upper hand by exploiting Akaza's vulnerabilities. Perhaps he would spot a chink in Akaza's formidable armor or unveil a weakness for herbal tea. Who knows? While the probability of Gyu defeating Akaza cannot be regarded as a walk in the park, it can be described as moderately high. Gyu's determination, combined with his strategic approach, would prove to be his greatest assets in this daring encounter. And hey, who knows? Maybe Gyu's water-based attacks would give Akaza an unexpected hairstyle makeover, courtesy of a stylish splash from the upcoming season where they face off against one another. It is a very close fight, but it was with the help of Tanjiro, so ultimately I would have to give this one to Akaza. Finally, we have Sanemi Shinazugawa, a wind-breathing user and the second strongest Hashira of the current generation. Sanemi, with his dazzling swordsmanship, managed to impress even the stone-faced Kokushibo. But the intriguing twist lies in Sanemi's rare blood type, demons. Known for their insatiable hunger for human flesh, find his body irresistibly intoxicating. Should Akaza catch a whiff of it, he would succumb to an involuntary drunken state, impairing his abilities and giving Sanemi an unexpected upper hand. But hold on, there's a plot twist. Sanemi isn't just a pretty face with a rare blood type, he's got muscles of steel and excellent control over them. When faced with a fatal injury, instead of collapsing like a sack of potatoes, Sanemi shuts those wounds up tight. It's like a DIY surgery in the heat of battle. Even with Akaza's destructive death demon art, I'd say Sanemi's ninth form, Iraten Typhoon, could easily overpower anything Akaza throws at him. So the probability of Sanemi leaving victorious in the Mugen train arc seems pretty high. Akaza is the upper moon demon whose strength is only rivaled by a few. This includes the Hashira, who are known to be the strongest demon slayers in the whole verse. Hope you all enjoyed it, and don't forget to smash that like button. Until next time, peace.